Hello and happy Scorpio season, Scorpio. Let's get it. I was going to say started and then I was about to say poppin'. And I feel like, while I may say, let's get it started, perhaps you, Scorpio, are much more likely to say, let's get it poppin'. Okay? Let's see what's going on, man. How are you? I'm not asking, ask yourself. How are you? Something that came to mind for the Scorpio reading as I was preparing to start the video was friends. Queen discs, Taurus do make good friends. All our signs pretty much do, to be honest. Very considerate people, obnoxious and stubborn and straight up rude, but considerate and cute. So, how are you? How are your connections? How are your relationships? How are things? Wow. Okay, so I haven't been doing many face down cards or pulling the last 5. I have this set up right now. There is literally a 50-minute long video explaining why the setup. If you're curious, you can go watch that. But, always working on my posture, man. But, um, 2020 was good for revealing people's true colors, to say the least. When you take away the noise, the activity, the busyness, the places to be, when you take all that away, who are we? Who are you in your own habitat? Who are you at home? That's what now matters the most, right? But maybe you weren't paying enough attention, Scorpio. Maybe you weren't really recognizing who is or who isn't worth your time, right? You'll get your revenge if anything went sideways anyway, right? Isn't that how Scorpio operates? It's funny I just said that because just invisibility came out. We'll get there when we get there. Alright. Frenemies comes to mind too. Very interesting of you, Scorpio. I feel like you have this reputation, and I choose to not see it, but most people don't trust Scorpios, they don't like Scorpios, blah, 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 blah. Scorpio has forever been the hate sign, right? That's the one everybody makes fun of, and I personally don't understand why. Sexy, smart, smooth, mysterious, you know, I'm into it. Okay? I'm into it. It's, of course, Scorpio rising. And it did take me a while to accept Scorpios. And I don't get the bad rep, but then I look past shit like that. Right? But we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. So, Scorpio. This is going to be general relationships, lifestyle, whatever's going on. This is going to be work, career, money, wealth, finances. This is going to be channeled messages. I for a while, especially October, I was doing specifically channeled messages from the other side, from specific people. They've been a little more broad and a little more, they're almost more in-depth when they're broad because it's not specified to anyone or from anyone. It's kind of nice. I don't know exactly where they're coming from. Could be spirit, I believe in aliens, saints, angels, demons. I mean, I don't know where the messages come from, and unless I physically click with someone and hear an actual name or a title or some kind of hint to who they are. The messages have been strong. Like I said, when I was shuffling frenemies, right? Something about that. Ancestors coming to talk to you. Okay, but we'll save that for the end. Alright, so let's get started. 4 Cups, luxury. Okay, living comfortably. Living in your element too, Scorpio. Love to see 4 Cups for you because cup runneth over, right? And you are in it. You are more than abundant. You have it, right? If abundance is attracting it and grabbing it, getting it, receiving it, then luxury is keeping it, okay? So that's where you're at. Right on top, oof, knocked it down. Something happened to your luxury, Scorpio? Did your cup spill? Don't know. But I was saying good things right on top is the moon, which is Pisces, so more water. Could be dealing with Pisces, but also the moon is maybe dark times, hence knocking luxury over, right? Even through dark times, you hold on and you manifest what you want, right? I think Scorpios are... Someone made a joke that was like, Scorpios don't experience karma because their karma is that they're a Scorpio. So funny to me. So true is what I've observed sort of from Scorpios. I think that's a very funny statement, but that's why they easily manifest because they very rarely see consequences over rewards, right? 9 of Discs, gain. So whatever you're manifesting is coming to you or already came to you, coming to you, right? And no one is to tell you that you didn't work for it. Like the Queen of Swords is here to say, stand by your work ethic, right? So you might be getting paid, but you manifested this shit, all right? Don't let anyone downplay your victories, all right? Queen of Discs, don't act like you didn't have any help either, right? The Queen of Swords works very hard, and you know, it could be you, but since I was thinking about friends when I was shuffling these cards, and then frenemies came up when I was shuffling these cards, I feel like this is someone else. Like, it could be 2 sides of you, 2 sides of the same coin. Why would they be represented separately? Really, if she's hardworking and she's making money, okay, cool, it's essentially the same thing. I think this is someone else, right? Yes, you did this. Yes, you worked for it. Yes, you manifested it. Yes, you decided for yourself that you were going to have it. Yes, nobody is denying you of that. But someone either had your back, had your space, had your pocket, right? They were helping you out. So don't deny that either, right? It's a balance of being confident, being humble. And, you know, I always hear be humble, right? You always hear be humble, humility is a virtue, or maybe it's not, I don't fucking know. Don't follow Jesus that close. But I've also heard the counterpoint that humility is just sort of designed by the patriarchy to keep women in their place, so to speak. And so I don't suggest someone be humble to the point where they can't see themselves, which I've been at that point. And because I have a Scorpio rising, who knows, maybe you can relate to that, and that's why I'm bringing it up. But being humble to the point of having self-doubt is when you know you're being too humble. It's a mastery of being confident, remaining confident, moving forward strongly, powerful in your element, right? But also being humble and being able to admit that, yeah, people had my back through all of this, right? I don't know anybody who's ever truly alone. There's always someone. Even strangers, you know? Just something to think about. Face down. Okay, so here's the thing. This is what you're like maybe thinking about lately, right? This is like the stuff that you're probably not thinking about lately because it's big stack face down. We got the 5 of discs, worry. You might be a little stressed about money. I mean, it's a very indifferent time. We don't really know what's about to happen. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of commotion. And after the pandemic started, I mean, the economy has not been the same, right? It's not just you, it's the whole situation. And I think that's why it's even coming up. Because, again, Scorpios are big manifestors. They need it, they got it. That's Scorpio. And I think that's what people hate about them the most, is that they can just do that. They're ruled by the genitals, too. So it's almost just like following impulse, right? Very, very good. Very cool stuff. But right now, you're in a situation where you're a little worried about money, and you've never really worried about money before. You never had to worry about that. And all of a sudden, it's not exactly you. It's the whole situation. Okay? 6 of Wands, victory. No need to worry. Duh. 2 of Swords, peace. You need to get back to center. You need to stop stressing. You are not the fearful type, right? You're the fear-invoking type. I don't know why you're worried, because you know you overcome, and you need to find your peace of mind that you usually have. 6 of discs, success. Okay, we went 5, 6, 2, 6. I bet this next one will be a 5 again, right? 2. What difference does that make, right? Same fucking numbers. Okay, let's see if the next one's a 5. No, it's not. Okay, I'm gonna slow down. You got the 5 of discs and the 6 of Wands. 2 of Swords, 6 of discs, okay? So put these efforts together. You will overcome this anxiety. Then you will have success. You have, say you're a waitress. You got 5 plates. You gotta carry them to your table. Yes, it's great you have the table, and it's awesome that there are plates, but at the same time, will they get there? Will they make it? Are you gonna get paid? Stay strong. Stand in your emotions. Know how you feel. Be determined. 2 of Swords. Not going to battle every single chance you get, right? Maybe accepting that, hey, I need assistance. Maybe accepting that, hey, it's okay if I don't have everything figured out right now. It's okay if things are a little slower than normal. Because guess what, bitch? You got a tray. Somebody came along and was like, hey, can you take 1 extra plate, but I'll give you this tray. And you're like, shit, well, I couldn't carry my 5 plates anyway. Yeah, I'll take your extra plate if I get a tray. You make damn sure that fucking food's going to get to their table. 2 of discs, change. Okay, so this success is going to require some change. All right? If you want to take it to the next level for real, if you want to be successful, if you want to not live in, it's not squander with you ever, right? It's more like you're always comfortable. You always have enough, but sometimes you don't have enough where you're like, this is just a regular amount. I need a little extra. If you want to keep going, move forward, and get that little extra, some shit's going to need to change. One thing's for certain, Princess of Cups, your attitude, your perspective, your mindset. While Scorpios are easy manifestors and things come to them, and they are very abundant, and they're very open, right? That doesn't mean everyone else is. So maybe you don't have to brag about the fact that you are just sort of in tune naturally, right? You don't need to make other people feel bad that it takes them longer or that they're slower at it, right? So it's time that you're, instead of just pointing out that, oh, your cup's not even half full, mine's all the way full. Oh, okay. It's time for you to be like, hey, I noticed your cup's not even halfway full. Do you need some of mine? Because mine is full, and I can give you some. That kind of thing, right? Seeing through new eyes. Knight of Cups, okay? Here's the thing about the Cups family. When I see any of them, I immediately think actual family dynamics, right? Mom, dad, brother, sister, son, daughter, whatever you want to say. So Princess of Cups, and then the Knight of Cups, we're talking about a family dynamic, okay? If your father was a water sign, even better. if there was a father figure in your life, again, especially a water sign, cool, because you're a water sign in your cups. This could even be the evolution of you. Oh my god, I need water. Speaking of cups, are you drinking enough water, Scorpio? I am personally not drinking enough water. Oh, I'm gonna put these incense out too. Oh, I have them burning most of the time, but I randomly just be like, I can't. No more smoke. I don't want it. Okay, so Knight of Cups, maybe it's about looking to your father and taking on his perspective. Maybe it's your evolution, your growth, you know, becoming the compassionate man, right? Not that you have to be a man, and not that you're a princess woman, girl, right? It's simply the stages of your mind, basically. And again, family relations. The star, Aquarian energy, okay? So the star is about being the center of attention, right? Being the star of your own show. Sorry, I'm always working on my posture. Maybe stretch a little. It's already been over 15 minutes we've been sitting in here, right? Okay, so the star can also be a surprise. So we could be talking about an Aquarius, we can be talking about a surprise, or we can be talking about you focusing on you in your life, right? Ten of Discs, wealth. Okay? You'd be surprised reaching out for help, admitting you were wrong, going easy on people, that kind of, like, these little changes, these little tweaks to the way you think. You would be surprised at how much it will bring you and the prosperity that you will have. You are aiming for a 6 of Discs success when you are 2 steps away from the 10 of Discs, which is wealth. But you got to change that. Right? Growth. I feel like a lot of Scorpios get into this, not I'm better than everyone, but like I am who I am, and you know, I'm not going to change for anyone kind of attitude. But you miss out on so much growth and so much learning, so much life, so much experience when you block out these lessons by being determined to stay the same. Things are meant to change us. Things come to our path to change us, right? So you can really surprise yourself with just the mental work. You put in the physical work for sure, but now it's time to put in the mental work so you can receive even more. Scorpio season is perfect time to do it. Debauch. Beware of excess. Beware of excess. This. Let me explain. I've had a mild cough for a couple days. Right before I started this video, I literally felt it leave my body. Felt like I was completely recovered. It was like, I can't even explain. It was blissful. I was like, wow, I really did that. And now I'm randomly coughing again. Like, I have not been coughing for a minute. 11:11 right now. It is literally 11:11 on my clock. Beware of it coming to excess. Beware of being insatiable, okay? Like, you start to get it and you go up and you're fucking bankrolling and shit, and all of a sudden you're like maybe getting greedy or luscious, or when I say luscious, I mean like a lush, like not necessarily that you're going to be drinking, but using to excess, right? Debauch. Right, okay, so I'm going to move on. Oh, I got so tired. Demas? However, Demas may or may not exist. She may or may not be a demon, or goddess, or an idol. In fact, although Colin de Plancy claims Dumas was a demon masquerading as a goddess in Calcutta, that information seems to have been taken almost entirely from a very brief account published in 1503 by the Italian traveller Ludovico di Vartheba of a god called Dumo. and added to some supplemental and conflicting accounts by other sailors and a fair bit of Colin de Plancy's own imagination. Other demonologists have attempted to connect Colin de Plancy's Dumas with the Hindu goddess Durga. Can you hear my boots squeaking? Because I'm a little self-conscious about it if I don't mention that I'm wearing like leather boots. Beware of misinformation through the telephone game. Gossip and rumors pass through many sources until the original facts are completely lost. Stay away from water cooler talk. If this is about work, that's about your coworkers. Don't believe everything you hear. Okay? But maybe don't lend an ear. Maybe don't listen to it, right? Not just don't believe it, but like don't do it. Just don't even stoop to that level because you can't trust anything anybody says anyway. So we have the Skull of Stars, infinite possibilities, okay? Space is the place and it's a mind behind your face. Right? I love that was impromptu. Love that. Okay. We have Trick or Treat, Mischief and Play. Scorpio season, baby. Also, speaking of like channeled messages and shit, I would like to extend the offer for $10 off any style reading. You can see my prices on my Facebook page and my website, but I don't know if my website's actually up right now because I changed the URL and I haven't checked it to see if it updated. But $10 off. All you gotta do when you book the appointment, I don't know, just message me and say Scorpio, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Saw the video. But yeah, Mischief and Play, Trick or Treat. Time to get silly, okay? Just like be you. Be that devious Scorpio that everyone is so afraid of, okay? Be that mysterious person at the party that just draws people in, but no one actually touches, right? Just like have fun with that. Then we got Night Song. Okay, so the red cardinal, when you see it, I thought meant that it was someone visiting you who was passed on. But it's hidden talents, okay? So, you know, you may have a job, but you don't have hobbies. Or, like, you may think you're an artist, but you don't have a medium. Or you're already an artist, and you're bored with your mediums. There is something in there worth exploring, okay? There's something inside you that's probably got to come out. Hidden talents. You never know. Could be fucking hot dog eating for all I care, but you gotta maybe meditate on it, pray about it, not research, but just browse, browse Pinterest, maybe, you know, just see what it sparks you, right? Hidden talents need to come out. It's about to be the Renaissance. We got the Witch, Earthly Weaver of the Worlds. Okay, I did just extend that offer. I am a witch, and I am the Weaver of Worlds, and I will connect you to your people on the other side. So you wish is as you wish, if you wish. Wishy witch. Also you, though. We're here on this planet, but we exist in all different kinds of realities, and I think Scorpios definitely know that, right? I feel like that's part of your intuitiveness. That's part of what makes you move the way you do, which is so smooth. And then we have invisibility, authenticity. That's what I was talking about towards the beginning of the reading, right? Where I was like, hey, who are people when there's nowhere to go, nothing to do? Who are they when they're sitting in their room? And that is invisibility, when no one's looking. Who are you? That's your most authentic self. And that's their most authentic self. And if you are seeing the bad side of people and you're trying to be forgiving and be like, oh, it's just, that's who they are underneath it all. Let them show you themselves. If you got to keep it civil, you got to keep it civil. But if you're starting to see people for the true color, when you take away all the lights and fame and the extra bullshit that's going on, okay? My throat's going crazy. It's literally been fine. That means I got a lot to say to you, but it's already a 25-minute video, so I'm not trying to make it much longer. $10 off is my offer. But yeah, I'm going to check the voicemail, see if there's any messages. They're saying I pretty much already said it. Kendrick Lamar, it been that day for me. Well, you be humble. Come up again. I'm hearing Nipsey Hussle. See, I don't know his music. He said the race is on from dusk till dawn. The band plays on. And we rage along. He had so much wisdom to give. He's not fully convinced that I can convey all of it, and that's fine. You're allowed to be shy. He's so sick of the red and blue shit. And very relevant to politics. He did make fuck Donald Trump, right? Ghost regret. So he's having some regrets. He wouldn't do anything different. He wouldn't do anything different. But if he had one last breath, he would have taken in all of it. He's asking me to help him interpret his own words right now. He's having a really hard time conveying what he's trying to say, because that's what the confusing thing about the ghost and regret. He doesn't regret anything he did. He wouldn't do anything different, but if he had one last breath, he would take it all in. Hold the breath. Oh, appreciate it. He just wished that he wouldn't have suffocated. I think he got shot. I don't know how it works. It was like he lost oxygen. So if he literally regrets not having one last dying breath, and that's why he's saying fuck blue and red. People's divisions, even in their minds, not even political, and I can't sit here and I don't know much about it, but obviously red and blue is colors, West Coast shit too, right? It's not my repertoire, but I respect what he's saying. It's just extremely relevant because it's also week of elections, right? The breath is the most underrated part of life. He was into meditation. Surprisingly enough, the thing he misses the most is literally breathing, because I don't know how it actually is on the other side, but it's not the most terrible thing, right? Of course he wishes he could be alive, but he really misses just breathing. So he's reminding you also to catch your breath and to keep breathing and to keep going and all that. Okay. We have skeleton strength, right? Feel that shit in your bones, okay? Get deep in your marrow. He's saying I remind him of Nico. What a compliment. I've always been obsessed with her. I totally wanted to be her. And what costume shall the poor girl wear? That's what I thought too when he said marrow. To all tomorrow's parties. Okay. Cauldron, synergy and healing. Mixing that potion, that melting pot. Getting everybody in on it, adding fucking herbs and spices. It's the best fucking... Calling it a rave pot? I've never heard that term before. synergy and healing. The breath is healing. To come full circle, the breath is very healing. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling out, just take a few deep breaths and thug it out, basically. I'm going to try to wrap this up. We're at 30 minutes. You got anything else to say, sir? He said, no, man, that was great. He says, breathe for me in 8. Okay, so that's pretty much it, Scorpio. Mummy, change. Embrace the change. Embrace the change within you to welcome the change around you. And it's, of course, change that you seek, and it's what you always wanted. Wish fulfillment, but it's going to take the work that you've been avoiding, and that is the inner work, and that is recognizing that you are not perfect and you are not at your fullest form until you carry on, till you are gone. Okay? So, anyway, Scorpio, happy birthday, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.